Hi everybody, this is RJ from Netra Labs, and in this video we're going to be going over Dataverse mode. Now this mode is actually, I would probably say, the most unique of all the modes that Kate operates in, and the main reasoning for that is actually because the type of data that she can reference in this mode is limited to tabular data in CSV format. Now, I'm not going to be going over on this video the step one and those integrations. Please refer to those other videos, especially going through the step one, step two, and step three overview videos to get an understanding of what's happening here. But I'm going to be skipping past that. So just going to go. I'm going to go here now. As it relates to the data that needs to be provided for Dataverse mode. So like I said, it has to be tabular data. And in here, when you get to the second step of the wizard, you'll see now this drop down that we have. And previously, in other videos, you may see where it was actually just a check mark here. So we updated it to say, which mode are you going to be operating in from a file perspective? Is it going to be Dataverse? Or is it going to be one of the other modes? Or is it going to be one of the other modes? And the reasoning for that is because, again, Dataverse, as it says here, you can only upload a CSV file. So now, what file are we going to upload? What is going to be the use case for this? Now, just like every other video, I want to be clear that it's always going to be dependent upon what your use case is. But as the name suggests, in Dataverse, this particular agent is pre-configured to satisfy the role of a data analysis assistant. So whatever use cases you're leveraging, or you're trying to, whatever use cases that you're going for with Dataverse mode, just keep that in mind. Is that similar to Universe mode, where she will only answer questions? In Dataverse mode, the agent will only be able to analyze the data that's provided. So, well, what that data is, again, always going to be dependent upon that use case. And what I'm going to show you here is I downloaded, this is just from Yahoo Finance, I downloaded S&P 100 stock information over the past 23 years. So from 2000 to current date. So I'm going to upload that CSV file, and then I'm going to process that data. Now, we utilize our own language chains for interacting with this data. So it's completely unique to our system and our architecture. But just like I mentioned in the other videos, the three parameters that you always have to use in the step three of the wizard is going to be the business focus, the personality, and the temperature. Now, with the business focus, it's, again, always going to be dependent on the use case and the data provided. In this example, I provided stock information over the past 23 years. So I want to give that context of saying this is S&P 100 historical stock data. And for a personality, because remember, it's a pre-configured agent to serve as a data analysis assistant, I'm obviously going to want to have a personality that's more analytical. But you can always change that and experiment with it. Now, in Dataverse mode, similar to Universe and Socialverse, you do not input a command. So once in the previous screen, once you selected that Dataverse mode and uploaded that CSV file, it's going to default to this Dataverse option. And the only other parameter you need to put is the temperature. So again, experiment with this. As I mentioned before, that the higher the temperature, the higher likelihood they're able to synthesize some more complex queries and look a little bit more at the data, but it also does open her up more to hallucination, where if it's closer to zero or at zero, it won't hallucinate as much, but it'll also not be able to answer as complex of questions. So it's really just up to your preference. I personally like using a higher temperature, especially with use cases like this, where you're kind of looking for more strategy or analysis, and you could be a bit more creative. So I'm going to put the temperature to 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do now that we have this chat, and similar to let's say Socialverse or Multiverse mode, this is probably not going to be something you have externally available, where you're giving this agent out to your customers or employees. This is something you're going to use more internally and personally. But even though we uploaded stock information, the purpose of this is to provide an agent that can help with data analysis that's relevant to your business. That's the fundamental point of Dataverse mode that we are trying to establish with this, and that we feel that this is going to be something that's going to progress and advance, where anyone will be able to get these types of advanced insights. We want to lower the barrier to entry for where business owners can have access to these types of insights for their business. So, in this particular example, we uploaded stock information. So I can ask, let's say, I am thinking of investing in Apple. What was the average return over the past 10 years. And this is running Python in the background and interacting with this data. We're obviously focusing more on data analysis, but for small businesses. And over time, we're going to be able to create versions of this data analysis assistant that'll be able to help with things like the financial health of your business. Or let's say, what are potential optimization opportunities in your supply chain? And we wanted to start with a first version of this data analysis assistant that will be able to, provide some type of financial insights. And if you see here, it provided back that annual return. The point of this, hopefully, that you can see is that this is the start of being able to have analytics on demand for your business and your personal situation. So I hope that makes sense. Please let me know, if you have any questions. Please, if you have any feedback or recommendations on how we can make Kate, more powerful or provide more value to anyone trying to start a business or grow a business. Please let us know. Go onto our Discord. We're looking for opportunities to advance Kate and make her a more valuable solution. So I hope this was valuable. And until our next video, thank you very much.